The countdown is on to one of West Michigan's biggest summer traditions. The Grand Haven Coast Guard Festival is getting ready to welcome thousands of visitors in just about a month. Joining us live this morning is Annie Linkeek with the Grand Haven Coast Guard Festival to talk about what is new this year. Annie, it's always great to see you. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. First, let's start off with what is new with Coast Guard this year.
Well, we don't really have anything brand new, but we are taking the America 250 celebration and bringing that into the Coast Guard Festival. So what we've done is we've added a little bit of extra there where we're doing more patriotic music during the drone show. We're doing a little more patriotic music during the fireworks. And we changed up our logo a little bit and focused a little bit more on red, white, and blue. So we are trying to merge those two with the Coast Guard Festival and America 250.
Yeah, of course, we always love to go and celebrate those who are in the Coast Guard. That's what this week is all about, or this, festival is all about. But that merging kind of with our 250th is pretty cool.
Yeah, what an exciting kind of conjunction of the two coming together. Now, all this is going to get started on July 24th. Let's talk about the schedule of events that's going to be happening throughout the festival.
So we kick off the festival on July 24th with Mega 80s at the waterfront. Continuing into the weekend, we have the cardboard boat race, we have the kids parade, another concert on Saturday with the Queen. We're adding another concert on Sunday, which we don't normally do. They're going to do some patriotic music as well. That is going to be with Hark Up. Monday, we have ABBA and the ship arrivals. So the parade of ships, we have 3 of them coming this year. The Sundew, the Mackinac, and the Sequoia. So that's always really a great event. Tuesday night, we have CCR, Steve Miller Band, and John Cougar Mellencamp at the Waterfront Stadium. Wednesday, we have Senior Day and then a Bob Seger concert. Thursday, we have a really great show at the waterfront, an Ozzy Osbourne tribute. So when I'm talking about all these names, they're all tribute bands. We don't have the headliners, but then we go into Friday night with Morgan Wallen, Lainey Wilson, and then Saturday for our finale with the fireworks, we have a Billy Joel and Elton John dueling pianos act. So really, really great concerts this year.
We love it. Well, and we also know how great those tribute bands are. I mean, they sound
100%.
phenomenal out there if you've ever been to one of the Coast Guard Festival concerts. I want to go back to what you were talking about with the 250th year for America. Why was it important for you guys to make sure that you guys were including this monumental occasion for our country in the celebration this year?
Well, I think just having, our very own Coast Guard station in Grand Haven, and we're a very military-based community. I think it's important that we focused on that, at least, maybe not fully, but partially. And I think it's great that we took some of those different pieces and incorporated them this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, the Parade of Ships is always kind of a fun part of the festival.
My favorite one, by the way.
It's such a good one.
So cool.
Can you tell us a bit about some of those ships that are going to be rolling on in as we're heading into the end of July, beginning of August?
Sure. So the Sequoia is a 225-foot buoy tender stationed in Port Huron. The Mackinac, obviously the big red ship that everybody notices, the 240-foot. They're stationed out of Sheboygan. And then the Sundew is kind of an interesting one. It was decommissioned in 2004 and some retired coasties bought it. And so it's not a, commissioned ship at this point, but it was bought by coasties. And you're going to be able to tour that as well with the other ones. So I think that's kind of a fun fact for this year.
Wow, that's awesome. So
Yeah.
These are just people that wanted to make sure they kept that tradition alive on that ship. That's really cool. How do you guys recruit these ships to come into Grand Haven for the duration of the festival?
Well, we always ask for the Mackinac because it is, it's kind of a staple in our town. But
Yeah.
Really, the Coast Guard decides which ones can come and which ones have a little bit of time that they're not working because, the Mackinac and the Sequoia are both working ships.
Wow, pretty cool stuff, and I can't wait to see all of them. I think I was on the Mackinac last year when I
Yep.
got to be out there. So it's a really cool ship
Yeah.
if you get a chance to tour it.
I know I'm going to want to have to go out this year. I've not been on any of those ships since I was a kid, but I know what I did go out to last year was definitely a couple of those concerts. We've got a couple people from WZZM that are going to be coming out to kind of help introduce some of those. So lots of fun stuff that's packed in for this festival. I want to ask you more about the drone show though too and the fireworks. I know that the drone show specifically is something that's relatively newer in recent years. But then the fireworks, of course, too, just tried and true, exciting stuff as we're heading into Coast Guard Week.
Yeah, we tried the drone show a few years ago. I think this will be our third year, and the community loved it. We did it for our 100th celebration, and we just couldn't stop. I mean, but we did like that we separate them on 2 different nights. So that Friday night, if you come to the concert, you can watch the drone show right after from inside the concert. So, but you can also see them from the shore anywhere in downtown Grand Haven. You can see them. Same thing with the fireworks. We wanted to keep it separate from the drones. We tried the first year to put the drones with the fireworks a little bit, and it was just kind of overstimulating. So we decided to separate those, and our fireworks are phenomenal. We have a great team behind it, planning and executing that event. So, same thing. If you buy a ticket to the waterfront entertainment on that night, you can stay right in the stadium until the end.
Oh, that's so cool. I think this is one of West Michigan's favorite traditions. I mean, if you've ever been in Grand Haven during Coast Guard Festival, you know just how packed it gets. Can you talk about, the economic opportunities for the surrounding businesses too? Because, I mean, this has got to be such an impact for the community during this duration that the festival's in town, right?
Absolutely. We work really closely with some of the businesses in town, and they love the festival. Yes, it's extremely busy, but the businesses don't seem to mind all the foot traffic. We do have a shuttle too for people that need to get around town or are coming in from Grand Rapids or, wherever that they're a little nervous about coming into Grand Haven. There's no parking. Parking's an issue, but we have supplied a shuttle for the whole week. So don't let that deter you from stopping by.
Yeah, that shuttle runs quite frequently. So I know that you mentioned it's an issue, but you guys have got it covered with that shuttle. So just keep that in mind if you are headed to Grand Haven. Well, Annie, we do appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, everything starts up on July 24th right there in Grand Haven. Thank you so much, Annie.
Yep, thanks.